Good morning, everyone. I've missed you guys. How's everyone doing? Let me find my live chat. Sapphire, Melanie, Patty Lynn. I saw Red Rhyme, Wayne. Good morning, everybody. Guys, sorry I didn't make a post yesterday morning and tell y'all I wasn't doing my stream. I actually said something in Discord. I wasn't going to do another stream until about Wednesday because it's just been so much going on. But anyways, I decided to do one this morning. We had a blast. If anyone's curious how our weekend went, we got wild, crazy, and muddy. Didn't we, Sapphire? Hey, I did not plan on us getting muddy like that. And you know it, girl. Sapphire had so much freaking mud in her hair. She looked like she had dreadlocks. Hey, we rocked the back country this weekend, didn't we, girl? We went, hey, you need to send me that video. We rode a razor side by side Friday and Saturday night, actually. We're not going to talk about everything because a certain person might have got it a little too wild. But anyways, I had a blast. I miss her already, and I can't wait for her to come back down. So we're going to talk about, oh yeah, and I had to go get Annabelle yesterday morning. Let me tell y'all the story. Anybody watching replay can just skip through this part. Annabelle went on a hunger strike, y'all. She would not eat her favorite pellets for my uncle. She got out and got in his garden. She liked his cabbage. She's lost a little bit of weight. She looks good, you know. But she's lost a little bit of weight. She would not eat her pellets. She would not eat her Timothy hay. So my uncle messaged me and he's like, Annabelle wants to come home, So, well, my mom did. And then I talked to him and he's like, she wants to come home. Anyways, so I go over and get her, me and Mark. We get her in the back of the pickup truck. Of course, I rode in the back of the truck all the way home with her. She laid down right beside of me. But anyways, as soon as we got in the back of the truck, my uncle gave my feed back to me. The pellets she wouldn't eat. As soon as we got in there, she got in that bag and started eating her pellets. And my uncle just laughed and shook his head. He said, I swear to goodness, she would turn her nose up at him. And she was just eating away, and she's just so happy to be home, guys. So happy to be home. And I'm glad she's back. Hey, Pink Sugar, that's all right if you're late. And, my neighbors, they cried when she came back, and they really love Annabelle. They really do. So, anyways, that field over there will be Annabelle's home forever. It will be. She loves it there. Okay, why did I click out of my YouTube? I saw something. I want to talk about Summer Wells a little bit. Let me get back to my chat here. Hold on just a minute. Hey, Sapphire, the pictures that you don't mind for me to put in a video, send to me in Discord and be like, this one I don't mind, this one I don't mind, because I want to put together a little video. That picture that I posted in the community tab, that's my favorite picture. I was going to use it as my avatar this morning, but I wanted to ask you first. Okay, so it looks like Summer Wells, they've still not found this girl. Looks like her dad has gave up hope on her. Let's read this. And I got another article. It says there's still no suspects. I just got through watching a Plunder video about, I guess, a family friend, a David Dotson. Plunder did a video about a few things he said. Okay, watch now. I'll see her in the resurrection. A month later, Summer Wells' dad has little hope for her recovery. Hey, Sapphire, you know how we had to go up that graveled road to get to the barn? Okay, well, like Summer Wells and them's driveway would be a lot longer than that. You know what I mean? Nearly a month after 5-year-old Summer Wells disappeared from her rural Hawkins County home, her father has all but given up on ever seeing her alive again. I'll see her in the resurrection, Donald Wells said on Monday. Wells spoke with Time News on Monday about how his family has been coping with the loss of Summer over the past 4 weeks. Outside influences such as social media and the need to continue living their lives. Wells was at work at the time of Summer's disappearance on the evening of June 15th. Summer's mother, Candace Wells, and 3 brothers reported to police Summer was last seen June 15th around 5:30 p.m. going into the basement of their home on Ben Hill Road in the Beech Creek community of Hawkins County. Donald Wells has believed since day one Summer was abducted from their home. He said that belief was confirmed fairly quickly by search dogs that picked up her scent in the backyard and followed a dog trail through the woods that ended at Ben Hill Road. Interesting. We've had several people sneaking around here, but we've had them sneaking around at night, Wells said. We've never had somebody up there at 5:30 in the afternoon that we know of. They didn't come up the driveway. They came up a dog trail from the woods. The police canine dog that they used, that's where the scent took them. Down through the woods, not the driveway. At Ben Hill Road is where the dog scent ended. I already knew all that, but that just confirmed it for me. Interesting. Now that rooster's starting. Wells added, it's really discouraging. Only God can turn this around at this point. The police can't come up with anything. All these people on Facebook all over the world can't come up with anything. Nobody can. Only God can. Somebody was either hiding in the weeds there waiting for her to go in the basement. They, her mother and brothers, weren't 30 feet away when she got gone. Okay, let's just watch this video. Hold on. I was screen sharing. What happened? Hold on. That way, we'll watch this video. That way, y'all don't gotta listen to that stupid rooster. No, Sonny's not stupid. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Annoying rooster.
Hey, whether you're looking for a Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, or a Cadillac, Courtesy and Kingsport is your one-stop shop.
Stop by Courtesy to
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to let this damn car commercial get off here. Lord have mercy. We don't want to buy a car, damn it.
Milestone tomorrow was being the 4th week. Basically a month since Summer went. I guess we're coming up on a very sad milestone tomorrow with being the 4th week. Basically a month since Summer went missing, and I just wanted to check in with you all and see if there had been any new developments or anything had changed.
Nothing.
No.
It's real discouraging. Only God can turn this around at this point. That's it.
How is your family coping?
No, my wife ain't doing too good. She's not doing too good at all. She's pretty upset.
I can imagine. is she? I mean, is she needing help or anything, or?
No, just kind of some anger issues, and and all this stuff on social media is just.
I know that's out of line. That stuff's out of line, way out of line.
Yeah.
How are your kids doing?
They're coping with it okay. They're doing okay. I'm not. I mean, I'm upset. I've just made the decision. I made up my mind not to let Satan win.
Mm-hmm. How do you do that? What steps do you take personally?
To not let Satan win.
Yeah.
Not let him get down. Not to. I mean, I could be down and not go back to work and let it affect me in every way, but I can't do that.
Well, you still got a family to raise also, I guess, too, don't you?
So I still got to move forward. I still got to go to work. I still got to try, even though I miss her and wish to God there was a way, but we live in an evil world. I mean, I ain't the first one, to lose a family member, or all kind of tragedies been happening since the beginning of this our creation. There's been all kind of bad stuff going on. It does seem kind of like a bad dream or whatever. Yeah, it does. And my memories of the summer and everything, that's what kills me, because we had such a great love for each other. She loved me, and I don't know why I've never had someone love me that much in my life. And so it's been awesome, between me and her. And so it's killed me since she's been gone. It's just, at first it was just so horrific knowing that someone abducted her and the cops are looking all around her house, knowing that she's not there. It's like, It's like you just talking to yourself. This ain't doing no good. But I wish the police would have blocked off both ends of Beach Creek and everything else and kept it contained in our area, because I'm sure she's hundreds of miles away. I can't blame them or whatever, but I'm upset. I'm really upset. But it's too little, too late now.
I guess this is probably, I don't know if this is something that has been on your family's mind, but you've got to kind of move on with the business of living. And I guess one of the things is your kids have to go back to school. And I was wondering if you all had given any thought to that, and if that's something that's going to be hard to do, to take them back to school.
Well, I mean, I don't know why, but they're dealing with it okay more than me, and they're doing a lot better than me and Candace are.
Mm-hmm.
Not why that is, but I don't know. Because when I was in school, one of my guys, one of the kids that was in school with us, bought his son a shotgun, and somehow it accidentally went off and killed his dad right in front of him. And we never did see that kid back in school again, but that was his daddy, though. There's a difference, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, maybe my kids are looking at it like, well, maybe God will bring her back, or I don't know. But statistically speaking, I mean, there's a good chance she's already dead if you look at it statistically.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to think that. I love her with all my heart, but only God, if nothing else, I'll see her in the resurrection. As long as I keep the commandments and I do what I'm supposed to do, I'll see her in the commandments. Mm-hmm. If that's the case,
Mm-hmm.
In the resurrection.
So is it going to be just kind of back to business when school starts and the kids are going to go back?
Yeah, we ain't got a choice. We don't have a choice,
Mm-hmm. I was just wondering if there was maybe any kind of fear or concern just to let them out of your sight after.
Well, yeah, definitely. We we was sending them down, you know, to the school bus by themselves, you know, but I don't think we'll ever do that again.
Mm-hmm. Do they get picked up at the end of your road there on Beach Creek?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And of course, you're back to work, and the kids are going back to school. So it seems like there's no choice but to try to return to some sort of normalcy within this horrible event.
Exactly. Yeah, well, I'm not going to let Satan convince me to go drinking or whatever. You know, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going down that road. I choose life.
Mm-hmm.
Choose God. You know, and that's probably, you know, I've never, you know, before in my life I was weaker, and just the least little thing would be the excuse to go get drunk or whatever, you know, but not no more. Not. And this is the most horrific thing that I could have ever even thought of happening.
Mm-hmm. Has your theory about what happened to Summer changed any since we spoke a couple weeks ago?
No, she was abducted. There's, you know, I forget how you put that, reasonable deduction, or however you say that.
Mm-hmm.
You get taught in school, you know, but by that theory there, yeah, she's been abducted in my mind, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I know Candace wouldn't lie to me about any of the facts. She has no reason to, you know. I mean, she wouldn't lie.
And I think somebody said, or you told the media that she was lie detector test, and you took one also. And,
yeah.
Well, and that you all were cleared of any suspicion, as you know, based on that.
Well, I don't know if we were completely cleared, because that's not admissible in court.
Yeah.
But yeah, we both. I mean, at first, you know, I didn't get no sleep for 2 days. I couldn't sleep. I was, you know, it was the worst misery and pain I've ever felt in my life. But I wasn't able to take a lie detector test. They made me wait a little bit, but when I did take it, I passed. Mm-hmm. They made Candace wait 5 days longer to take hers, you know, because she just wasn't able to. She tried, and she wasn't able to. It's not, you know, people are saying that we failed and we took another test. That's not the case. Mm-hmm. We just weren't able to. So when we did take them, we both passed, you know, our tests.
I imagine that if it measures changes in your blood pressure or something based on if you tell a lie, your blood pressure changes. But if you're tore all to pieces, then your blood pressure is probably changing anyways.
Well, the way it works is kind of it measures your brain's activity too. And whenever you lie, you have to think about that lie. When you stick with the truth, it just comes out. You know, the truth is the truth. Mm-hmm. But when you lie, you got to think about that for a little bit, and your heart might jump just a little bit or whatever. You know, they look at all that. Yeah.
So, do you?
It's easy to tell the truth. Put it that way.
Yeah.
You know.
So did they? I know this is a hard question to ask, but did they ever do any question of your sons also, or any kind of?
Yeah, they've taken them into specialists because they can't come out and question them. But yes, they have questioned all of them. Mm-hmm. They even give mother-in-law lie detector tests.
Oh wow!
And she also passed.
Okay. So this, I mean, I didn't go up to your house when they took the roadblock down. I didn't want to just bust up there and uninvited, but I did go to the end of your driveway and look up. And yeah. I mean that for somebody to go up there and not knowing what they're going to find, it seems highly unlikely, because that's straight up, and you can't see where you're going. You don't know what's ahead of you. And
we've had several people sneaking around there though, and we've had them sneaking around at night, in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
we've never had somebody up there at 5:30 in the afternoon that we know of, you know. Mm-hmm. But they didn't come up the driveway. They come up a dog trail from the woods.
Oh, okay.
They didn't come up the driveway. And that dog that they used, that's where the scent took them, was down through the woods, not the driveway.
Where did the dog scent end?
At the road, Ben Hill Road is where the dog scent ended.
Oh, man.
Yep. So that right there, I already knew all that, but that just confirmed it for me.
Yeah. Do you still believe that she's still alive? Do you have any intuition that she might still be out there somewhere?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
All I know is I believe in God. I don't believe in any psychic stuff.
Oh man, that stuff's horrible that they've had on. I've seen it on YouTube. That's terrible. Why would somebody? That's the morals of a person that would put that out there. What they've been saying.
We had somebody made a fake account of me, and then they put on there to some other woman that I buried her body at the lake, and so the TBI has been out the lake. They couldn't get a hold of me because I was in church, but they've been out there looking for her body. It's just ridiculous what people are doing, and they're going with these psychics and what they're saying and doing whatever they can to get their story out there. But the Bible says clearly it's an abomination.
Right.
Because when you do a psychic and you're talking, to your dead relatives or whatever, that's untrue, because Jesus made it clear that when you die, you sleep until the resurrection. You are in no conscious state whatsoever. You are just unconscious, asleep, as Jesus put it, until the resurrection. So if you're talking to somebody, it's an evil spirit.
Let me ask you this: is there anything that your family needs? Like, is there anything that the community can do aside from tipsters and things like that and information? But is there anything that you people in your family need that the community can help
the only thing that I think we're good on everything. The only thing that I wish is, as a country that, and the way these kids are coming up missing left and right, and all the drugs. Man, we need to send our military into our own country. That's my opinion. We send our military everywhere in the world to fight terrorism. Well, I think it's time we turn them into our own country to fight terrorism. They can't seem to catch these guys nowhere. We need our military.
Mm-hmm.
Put them to some good use. I mean, that's what I wished.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know you're on break, and I probably need to let you get back to work. I was wondering, do you think Mrs. Wells would want to meet and talk any more about how things are going? Is she up to that?
Right now she's so tore up and stuff. It's just getting worse for her. Yeah. I mean, it is, and it's bad for me too. I'd do anything to have my baby back, but I got to put my faith in God. I mean, if it wasn't for that, I would have lost it a long time ago. So, I mean, I got to pray to Him and pray that she's okay, that He'll pull her through with His mighty right arm, with His might, whatever. But something like God, because the police can't come up with nothing. Now, all these people on Facebook all over the world can't come up with nothing. Nobody can. Only God can.
Right. This is, and in 30 years, I've never seen anything like this happen.
Me either. I mean, I've never seen anything in my life. I mean, when I lived in Houston, Texas, when I was a kid, it was pretty bad out that way. But all kind of crazy stuff out there. But
there was never somebody that just disappeared without a clue that I know of. I'm sure it happens, but not that I've ever seen in my life.
Well, when there's an abduction, I mean, what else would you call it?
Yeah.
Disappearing. I don't understand that. But yeah, somebody was either hiding in the weeds there, waiting for the shade, either come in the basement. But yeah, I mean, we weren't 30 feet. They weren't 30 feet away when she got gone. Yeah. I mean, maybe 40 at the most.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
So somebody's from God in.
Well, I sure appreciate you talking to me. I didn't want to call too much and be a pest, but after, it's been a couple weeks, I wanted to check back in with you.
Okay, sir. I appreciate you.
Okay. All right. Take care. I'll be praying for you.
All right. You too. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, guys, I want to look at y'all's chats. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? How? I mean, okay. Let me get my YouTube pulled back up. Hopefully it's muted. Okay, it is. If that's true, and the canines tracked her up a dog trail to the main road, then it was somebody that's familiar with the area. A stranger that's not familiar with the area is not going to find the damn dog trail. And how they got a bunch of dogs. I just don't understand how somebody got in there and took her. Is it possible she went out that dog trail herself looking for her mom, went to the main road, and a weirdo come by? I don't know, guys. They're saying they passed a lie detector test. You know what? I am totally bumfuzzled on this one. Hey, Southern Mom. So good to see you. Be safe driving. Hey, Knitting Artisan. Good morning. He believes what Candace told him. What about that friend that's mad at her? Hey, Sherilyn. I know it. You know what? Hey, I wonder if it's went through his mind. Maybe she's not telling the whole truth. Something just is not right. Something is totally not right. They live up in a freaking holler. They got a bunch of freaking dogs. Hey, Shine On. I don't know, guys. We're just going to have to wait and see. We may never know what happened to this child. The only thing I can figure, it's either the mother or it's someone from the area followed them home. Who's going to try to come up in a holler, go down a dog trail at 5:30, y'all? It don't get dark here till what? After 9? I don't think Dawn knows either, RNA. I really don't. And you know what? I was glad to hear that he didn't turn to drinking. During this time. I did think it was a little weird that he said he had his, the FBI couldn't get a hold of him because he was in church. I mean, maybe he cut his ringer off where he went in church. I wouldn't have done that in case they found my kid. Cops called. I think it was negligence and they were covering it up. Yeah. I think she's hiding something. Dawn was at work, I'm sure there was witnesses, whoever works with them. I did notice, he says, and I believe the facts that she's told me. Done by someone who has done this before. They could have meat for the dogs. I had wondered if it was a purchase off the dark web, wild theory, but I don't think Mom knows either. She is negligent. You know what, knitting artisan? I'm glad you said that because something just popped in my brain. Hey, Cheryl T. What if this was really, really planned out? Someone had been coming up there in the woods. What in the world? Someone had been coming up there in the woods feeding those dogs, and the dogs got used to them. I know that's a wild theory. It's a wild theory. Charlie, if it was an abduction, then it was someone they know. Yes. Hey, TC. Hey, y'all. Listening but cooking. Along those lines, Jack's mom. I'm side-eyeing Dawn. Every one of these killers were at work. I don't buy the excuse. You never know. Anything's possible. I think he provides for Candace, so she would say what he told her. AD, when confused, wouldn't speak at all. Yeah. I don't necessarily believe, Cheryl T says, I don't necessarily believe that they intentionally hurt that little girl, but I think an accident or some kind of happened and the mother's covering up for one of the boys. You know what, Cheryl T? I don't think they intentionally, if she is deceased and mom's involved, I don't think she intentionally done it. I believe there's some kind of accident. That is what I think. But people who are skilled at abducting, have you watched the behavior panel analyze their body language? Oh, no, I've not. Yeah, if it's an accident, why hide it? Like a normal person wouldn't do that, right, RNA? But they've been in trouble with CPS and stuff before. So I'm just wondering, does Candace go to church with them? I think that's also why she said they have everything they need from Dawn working. Why would that matter unless she's reliving it and reminding herself why she's covering? Yes. Hey, Emily. Let me give y'all some light slips, TC, Emily, everybody else that come in. They don't want to be arrested or lose the boys. Yeah. So the boys have been interviewed. And he also said that the mother-in-law had took a lie detector. I think it's probably an accident, but due to previous CPS, mom's scared shitless. Yep. Shine on. That's what I'm thinking too. The interview room also went over their body language on a live over the 4th of July weekend. I'll have to look that up and listen to it. Okay, let's see what else. No persons. I heard someone say the other day that the parents were suspects. I've not heard the police say they're suspects. Have y'all? We know they are, but I mean, of course, closest family members always suspects at first. Persons of interest, I guess you could say. No person of interest in Summerwell's disappearance. After an intense 2-week search around her home surrounding area, investigators found no sign of the missing girl. The Hawkins County Sheriff says there are no person of interest in the disappearance of 5-year-old Summer Wells after 3.5 weeks of searching. After an intense 2-week search around her home surrounding area, investigators found no sign of the missing girl. The TBI says the investigation is ongoing as the agency continues to field more and more tips about where she might be. To submit a tip, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Hey, this is about to break the county. I saw another article about it. Let me find it. Remember, this is a rural area. That's what I saw this morning. I didn't read the article yet. But it said something. It's a financial burden for an agency. That's what it said. Hold on. This is by News Channel 11. Well, we hate it for you. Y'all have to get some funds somewhere else because you got to keep searching. You know? I'd say it is financial. I don't like how they said that. Financial burden. Did they have to use the word burden? Am I overreacting? Looks like it's going to play a damn video. See if I can get my damn mouse to work. Hold on one sec, guys. If it's going to play this video, I'm going to have to let it load. Hold on.
What do we know about the search and where it goes from here?
Josh and Sarah, that's a really hard question to answer, but budget season is underway for a struggling Hawkins County, and that is for sure. Figure out how to help fund the sheriff's department and the other rescue squads that were there on the scene working to find the little girl.
And this is a disaster, right? So a little girl went missing. This is as big of a disaster as you can imagine for us, really.
As all eyes were on Hawkins County during the ground search for Summer Wells, commissioners want to be sure those departments are funded.
A search of this scale and of this magnitude, I felt like probably drained some resources for the rescue agencies that are volunteer and for our sheriff's department. At last, I know there are literally.
Whether you're looking for a big adventure or
Now, hold on a minute. You know what? I'm tired of that damn video right there. I'm just going to read this. They just said it's a financial burden where they've had all this, all those, search and rescue crews out there, all the volunteers, all that. They're just going to have to scratch their ass and get glad about it because they got to find that little girl. You know what I mean? I'm going to go back to my chat here and see what y'all are saying. Human trafficking? Could be. Anything's possible, guys, at this point. It's untelling what happened to her. It is untelling. Someone could have come down that dog trail, had this pre-planned or something. I mean, they could have really had it planned out to where they'd been going and feeding all them dogs they have running around. Who knows? Or freaking accident happened and there's a cover-up. I think an accident happened and it's a cover-up. That's what I think. But I'm not going to accuse anybody anything. I'm just, kind of just theorizing. It's possible someone abducted her and she's another Jamie Kloss. She could be in someone's house right now. You cannot leave spackle on your trail like that. Asked my dad. He ripped that crap to shreds. All his work was building and repairing houses. It's a financial burden to find a child such as that's what I said too, TC. I thought it was just me. I was like, I did not like that. It's a financial burden. You got to use the word burden. We know, anybody with any damn common sense knows it is a small rural area in eastern Tennessee. In the county that, it's a poor county. Everybody knows it. I mean, it's not poor, but, it's a country place. Maybe the dogs know the person. Again, like that friend. Exactly, Cheryl Lynn. Good point. I hope we find her or find out. I'm afraid we'll never know. Me too. Me too, RNA. It'll be awful if this turns into a JonBenet Ramsey case. Like, where they never did find out who killed her. Be awful if we never find out what happened to Summer. Let me get on Crime Online. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, there's a good chance she's already dead. Hear new interview with me. Oh, we just listened to that interview. Okay. Let's see. Update. Mob of people drag couple from car. Data 2 is shot execution style over minor traffic incident. Can y'all believe this crap? Let me get the ads down and I'll show y'all a family picture and stuff. I saw this morning, but I didn't read it. It's trending right now. Let's read it. And then we're going to chat, and I'm going to have to get off here. My Tim Tom's in the house. My son, he came yesterday evening. And go fix him something to eat. He doesn't like to eat when he first gets up. He doesn't usually eat till about 11:40, 12. Mob of people drag couple from car. Data 2 is shot execution style over minor traffic incident. A Chicago man has been arrested in California following a brutal shooting that left 2 people with young children dead. U.S. Marshals arrested 34-year-old Anthony Lorenzi on Friday at an apartment in San Diego. He's been charged with first-degree murder in connection to a beating and shooting that occurred Saturday night. I'm never going to be able to say these names. According to officials, Lorenzi shot Giovanni Arziaga, something like that, 24, in the head twice after a mob of people pulled Arziaga, I can't say his name, and his girlfriend, Yasmin Perez, 25, out of the car following the Puerto Rican parade celebrations in Humboldt Park. The incident happened in the 3200 block of the West Division. Police says Arziaga, I can't say that name, Arziaga kneeled over Perez, tried to protect her during the ordeal. Both victims were bloodied and had been beaten and shot. Authorities said that while Arziaga, I can't say that, was shot intentionally, Perez was likely shot accidentally when she got caught in the crossfire. Perez was shot in the neck, but it likely happened at the hands of Arziaga, who may have had a gun on him. Dinahan said a gun was found underneath the victim after he had been shot. Let's just watch this. I can't pronounce these damn names.
At 6, the Humboldt Park neighborhood tonight, remembering one of their own killed hours after the Puerto Rican Day Parade this weekend. A video of the attack appeared online over the weekend.
WGN's Patrick Elwood is live in Humboldt Park tonight with more. Patrick.
Lourdes and Ray, good evening to you. Another group of mourners stopping by as we speak. One woman in that group lighting a votive candle. This kind of a thing has been going on all day. People showing up, just scribbling down on that poster board remembrances of Giovanni, who was killed here Saturday night. So that said, from police, there are promising leads in this case. And from the mayor, those responsible will be hunted down until they are found. The signs read, "Rest in peace," and "You are a beautiful soul, taken too soon." Part of a bigger display of remembrance for Giovanni Arzuaga, killed Saturday night. City cameras capturing the crime that started with a minor traffic accident. The car, Arzuaga and his companion and mother of their 2 children, is rushed by a group who then proceed to pull her out from behind the wheel. Things quickly go from bad to worse. Chief of Detectives Brendan Dinahan earlier today.
They are seen hitting and beating the woman who's the driver of the vehicle and then eventually dragging her out. What the video doesn't show is there was a shot discharged at some point, and you can't see it in the video, and it appears when the female gets struck. And then the male comes out, and he's almost on top of her. And then you see that second suspect clearly just holding a gun, shooting him in the head, almost execution style.
The ambush takes place at the intersection of Division and Spalding, and only hours after the Puerto Rican Day Parade held in the same area. The mayor today calling what happened horrific.
It wasn't just one person, but there were others who were standing by, who dragged that poor woman out of the car. The individual, the man who was killed, literally used his body as a shield, and he paid for that with his life. It's a horrific statement. It's a horrific statement about those men who are involved in that. I don't believe that they are typical by any stretch of young Black men in the city, but it's horrific nonetheless.
Late this afternoon, a high school friend came to pay tribute to Giovanni. Sean says he had moved out of this neighborhood to escape the violence and just came back to visit Saturday night.
And he was just a real nice dude. Like, we even lived next to each other. You wouldn't expect this to happen to him, especially living out in Schaumburg area.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah, no, he's from over here. His parents live over here, but we all moved back that way to, have a better life.
So back live, this group here, every now and then you hear a little bit of a laugh, a chuckle, no doubt, probably sharing some of the better times that they shared with Giovanni. That said, the woman who was with him, his companion, 25 years old, mother of his 2 children, last listed in critical condition. We're live in the Humboldt Park neighborhood tonight. Patrick Elwood, WGN News, Lourdes and Ray, back to you in the studio.
Hey, prayers for his family, and I'm praying for her too. I hope she pulls through this. Man, people are nuts. Killed over a minor traffic like little dispute, you know. Wow. I'm telling you, it's not safe to go anywhere. Cece, did you see the kidnapping in Louisville last week? I sent you an email. Oh, I must have missed that email, RNA. I'll go back through my email and see. Sometimes I miss emails because, like, I get a lot of emails, like, you know, from you know how it is and stuff. I get tons and tons of emails. But I'll go back through it and look and see. Anyways, guys, I think that's the end of our true crime stream this morning. We'll chat for just a minute. That is scary, isn't it? I mean, hell, they were at like a Puerto Rican pride, or what was it? Parade or Puerto Rican celebration parade. And friggin' got gunned down over something stupid. Is that the one that they caught the guy? I don't think they've arrested anybody for what we just watched, Jack's mom. Oh, did they catch the guy, RNA, that did the kidnapping? Anyways, guys, my Annabelle's back. I'm so happy my little goat's back, guys. She is so happy. Oh, they did catch the guy, RNA? Okay, thank you. She is so happy to be back. No, okay, you was talking about the Louisville kidnapping Jack's mom? Okay, sorry, girl. RNA said they did catch him. Anyways, before she came home yesterday morning, I went over and I cleaned her shed out and everything and put her new bedding down, and she was just so happy to be back, you can tell. I'm happy that she's back. I love that little goat. She's going to get pampered, pampered, pampered like she's always been. Yeah, they pulled his ass out of the car and that little girl in Kentucky. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to get my email and go find that from RNA. I'm sorry, folks. I'm not getting political, but we've allowed people just get away with this type of behavior for over a year. This is what happens when you let people get away with everything. Hey, I have to agree with you on that. And it's got worse, isn't it? She's so happy. When I went over there last night and shut up the chickens, it wasn't dark, completely dark yet. And I was just hanging out with her, and every move I made, she followed me. And then, you know, as it got darker, I stayed over there with her for about a good hour. She went in her shed like she always did. I had to give her a piece of bread, and I locked her up. Yeah, she went in the shed and got up on her shelf. She was ready to go to bed. I like to lock her up at night because you never know. Bear could get inside the fence, coyote, anything. So I always lock her up at dark. We always had a routine. And then I unlock her in the morning when I open up the chickens. When I unlocked her this morning, she's just laying down. She's chewing her some hay. I'll post a picture of her. Hey, I got a new phone, so I can't remember my Discord password, so I can't get Discord on it just yet. But I'm going to try it out and do a funny form video. And we'll have to try out a porch chat on my new phone. Yes, that's her home. Poor baby didn't know what was going on. I know. I can't kick myself in the ass, girl. I know. I know. Well, she just took her little vacation. She went over and she did eat a few little patches of weeds up for my uncle so that he doesn't have to mow. Hey, Austin, I'm really sorry I'm late. Life has been weird. I hope you're doing okay. I've missed being here. Oh, Austin, this is my first day back since Thursday. Yes, it's my first stream since Thursday morning. I'm glad to see you. Prayers, hon. Hope everything's okay. My life's been crazy too. Thanks, it's a crying shame. You only did what you need to, and I know it. And she was just at my uncle, so, you know. Hey, but she went on a hunger strike, honey. She would not eat those pellets for him. And you know what, guys? I had lost my phone, right? Anyways, it ended up being Sapphire's car. Anyways, I had to get a new phone. But yesterday morning, I hadn't got my new phone yet, or I would have had the best video ever of her and I riding back in the back of that truck and the view that we seen. It was beautiful. And she was just sitting right beside of me and I had my arm around her. She really missed me. I walked around the corner of my uncle's house and she was in her goat pen. I hollered, Annie Banani, because that's what I always say to her, Annie Banani. And she come to the door and she raised up on the door with her, you know, her front legs. Yes. Yeah. Hey, believe it or not, Jack's mom, Mark helped me get a phone. He also bought me a t-shirt. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who knows what'll happen. It's taking it day by day, guys. Taking it day by day. Well, guys, I have missed y'all, but I have got to get off here. I'm gonna go in here and check on my youngin, on Timothy, and check on the dogs, and then I'm gonna go over and see Annabelle and the chickens. If I get some alone time this evening, I'll try to do a porch chat. I'm about cut out doing YouTube and, you know, when I'm not alone. Let me put it that way. But anyways, I love y'all. Thanks for y'all's support. Y'all have a great day. If I don't see y'all this evening, I will see y'all in the morning. Be safe, be kind, and peace.